Welcome to the Nash podcast, brought to you by the Village Hotel Club. This week on the podcast, I am joined by the former chairman's son and current the women's team you're
under 11s and 12s coach.
Yeah. Richard Twamley. So how are you?
I'm very well. You?
Good to
Good man.
I'm doing well.
Good.
How do you want to start this? There's going to be loads we're going to talk about, but
I hope so.
Do you want to just tell us a bit about you?
So I've been a Curzon fan for ages, really. Obviously, it was instilled into me at an early age that Curzon was the future. So yeah, that's it. And my daughter used to play for the girls' team. She played for 3 or 4 seasons, so I came down all the time. And and then ended up helping out with the coaching side of it, and I'm still here, still doing stuff for Curzon as everyone tends to do.
What was it like for you as a kid? Like sort of, because how old were you when your dad was you born by then when you started the club?
No, I might look it, mate, but no. Thanks for that. It's a good start. No, so well, I was born in 1970, so from however young I can remember, I was always down here. Yeah. Every night at training at the old ground. Just always seemed to be down here. It was always on match days as well. Always down here. So I've literally.
It was at the other ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, National Park.
What was that like there?
It was really good. So I went through the whole when we built the stand on the far side of the ground. When the floodlights got put up, that was a massive bit of history for Curzon because we never had floodlights, and everyone just chipped in to help with that. I remember we sorted the pylons out from, I think it was somewhere in Bradford. Went down with my dad and a few others to sort that out, and then we got the floodlights on. And remember the night we turned them on, that was good. I was dead proud of Curzon, and my dad was well chuffed with that. So that's loads of history from National Park. It used to be really.
You've seen like the complete growth of the club.
Yeah. So National Park was good. I used to have to, because it was next to the wood yard, so I used to have to go and flag the balls when they went out of the ground. That used to be the shout, that when we were 1-0 up with about a minute to go, I used to put it in the wood yard. So we used to waste a bit of time. So I used to have to climb under the fence and get the balls, because even then you weren't allowed to lose any footballs. Curzon's not changed. So still the same. Save money. Save money. But yeah, it was really good. I used to love it down there. I used to be obviously we backed onto the railway tracks, so me and Adrian, who used to come down with all the time, we used to go over the railway and nick apples off the farm and just do stupid kid stuff and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Did you play as a kid?
I played for school. I played for Ashton Boys as well. I think I knew Mark Bradshaw around that time. Don't know what he's doing now. Because I played for Ashton Boys, and then I had a spell with Tameside Boys. I think when Mark was there, to be honest, although we never really spoke. So it's not changed much. So we never really spoke. But I didn't play massively. And then that was it really. I played a bit of cricket. So.
Yeah, because you still play cricket now, don't you?
Well, I turn up and put my whites on.
Yeah, because Cam mentioned
with Cameron. Yeah. Yeah, we have a good laugh. It's something different. They've changed the name to Saddleworth Vets, which I'm not happy about because I don't see myself as an old timer yet. But yeah, it's good. It's the third team at Saddleworth. It's just a good laugh with a load of blokes playing cricket. So
yeah. So let's talk about you as so obviously you've grown up with Curzon, but what were you like? What was your sort of journey to where you are now?
Well, I don't know really. So school was all right. Played a bit of football, didn't do much. And then I left school and I had to go straight into. I remember my dad saying to me, "Right, you need to go and work for the co-op." Random. So I did a YTS. I was on 28.50 a week. Yeah. My dad still took £15 off me every week. And I still went out 4 nights a week. So I don't know how you do that. So I did 6 or 7 years at the co-op. Ended up being manager of the small stores in Moston, late shop. And then I ended up one Saturday chasing a shoplifter down the high street. And as I've gone to grab him, he's turned round. He had a dog with him. Dog jumped on my back, he hit me. And he only had a packet of bacon. So I was gutted, and it was that time I thought, I can't be doing this anymore. So I ended up working as a holiday rep then for the next 3 seasons in Benidorm I did. Yeah. So I went from there. Loved it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Nice weather and stuff.
Best job I've ever had. Really? To have. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. I won't go into it too much, but it was a good
I can imagine,
yeah. And then I did a few years there, and then I came back and worked behind the bar just to earn a bit of cash. I ended up staying and ended up managing a few bars in Ashton, and then a vodka bar in Oldham. So my journey's been basically working since I left school.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Dad. And then, as I say, behind all that was just Curzon every night. I used to come down all the time, and that's it.
That's been like fully embedded. But you're still here now, aren't you? With so the women's team.
Yeah. So
how
I
did you
coached.
get involved with that originally?
Well, my daughter showed an interest in playing, so I brought her down.
How long ago was this?
So when she was 8, so 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think her first coach on the first night she was there was Mark.
Yeah.
So then she started playing, got involved, and then they got a little bit of a team together. So that was good. And then I used to come down to training, and then I just said, "Do you need a hand with anything?" So I got involved with Callum, who was coaching at the time, and then just went from there. Got me coaching badges, and off I went really.
Yeah, because you've come quite a long way since then. It was this year you won. Was it just the women's side of it?
It was just so the North Manchester Girls League that I'm managing,
Yeah.
so that it was that league that I was in. So the under 11s coach of the year. Yeah. So
you're proud of that one.
Yeah, it was all right because I don't think many Curzon coaches have won it.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was a surprise when I went up there with Donna. That they called
so
me
you didn't
out.
expect it at all?
No. So we were shortlisted. I think there was 3 of us, and there was other coaches that had won more than me that season. We got to 2 semi-finals. That was it really. But I guess it's just all about how you conduct yourself and how you are with the referees and stuff. So they must have seen something. So
yeah,
just me and Mark Bradshaw winning Coach of the Year this year.
Obviously, you said it was your daughter that sort of dragged you into like the women's side of football.
Yeah.
But like, I imagine by now you're probably quite sort of into sort of the women's side. But what is it the pull for you there? Because obviously it's a growing part of football, isn't it?
Yeah. So I just got involved with it when Olivia started playing, and you end up watching she wanted to watch the women on the telly when it was the World Cup a few times, so I just got into it that way really, and I could see it growing, and I just wanted it to be a massive part of Curzon really. So it's nothing that they've had before, but not in a way we've got now, because we get about 30 girls down at training. Yeah,
we've got quite a good setup now for the women's football.
Yeah, there's a pathway now.
It's
so
definitely it's growing, constantly growing, and getting bigger. But like, what is the pathway like? Because I don't really ever see any side of like.
So we go up to. We've got a cracking ladies first team, who are the top team in Tameside, just like the men's team.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah. So they're doing good. They've got some good players, and I've watched them a few times. And then we just have a pathway from 17s, 18s all the way through really. So it's going to be good this year because I can see what's happening, and we've got some good players coming through, and the coaches are good as well. We're quite a close knit coaching group because Paul Cox, who I help or he helps, whichever way.
Is he involved with the women's
team? Yeah. So we and him train together on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So I've been quite lucky really since I started with Curzon. I've had 2 good coaches that I've worked with. Holly Espy, who used to be here, who's a really good ladies coach, who's now at Blackburn, and Paul Cox, obviously, who was part of the under-18s team that won everything. So he's taught me a lot. He tries to reins me in a little bit when I get a little bit over enthusiastic. So, but we bounce well off each other. So we have a good thing going on. So
I imagine you was watching the World Cup just gone anyway.
Yeah. So well, I was away for 10 days, so I managed to drag my dad out to all the games. Yeah. I think he enjoyed it. I'm not sure he did though. So we watched a bit of that. It was a bit. I think whoever was going to win that semi-final would won the World Cup. So. But they did all right, but it just shows you how the audience and the viewers that they had and everything was really good. So
that's good to hear. So you just mentioned your dad. You must have some good stories for us. Growing up.
Yeah, it was just all Curzon and everything about it. I remember once we were at National Park and we used to have a banking. Even then we had the ultras, a band of 10, 15 fans that used to all go home and away. And I think I was celebrating one goal one Saturday. I think it was about, I don't know, half an hour left, and I somehow managed to fall down the banking behind the goal and cut my head open and got about 7 stitches. So,
one of the games?
Yeah, so I had to be walked round to the Curzon dugout where the coach at the time, John Cassidy, looked after me, and I think my dad was very reluctant to take me to hospital because I think there was about 20 minutes left in the game. So anyway, I ended up going to hospital. So yeah, it was just everything was Curzon first. It's
constantly,
it still is really. So, but yeah, it was. I'm super proud of him for what he's done and how he started it. So
yeah, it's because that's the thing. Like, not many people know either like the journey. Sort of, obviously, we're founded in 1963, but like from the beginning, brought up. Like, did he? So he brought it up.
Yeah, so I think they were a Sunday school, and then they just they got, obviously they went as far as they could with the Sunday school, and then they progressed into the leagues and just went from there, and they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's why, having grown up with it, when you see all the publicity Curzon get when they were on the TV with the cup run and everything.
Yeah, what was that like
Curzon
when we went to the Epic? Because I imagine you got to see a bit more behind the scenes sort of things.
Yeah, it was strange because we never really get a lot of publicity, and seeing Curzon on the telly, and my dad loved it, and being on BT that day was superb. Still gutted think about that every day. Yeah, going out as we did, but it was horrible. So, but it's just we've never had anything like that, and even. I remember when we had a player who played for us called Steve Wigley, who went on to play for Notts Forest, and when he first made his appearance for Notts Forest, we got mentioned on the telly, and my dad was jumping up and down in the living room like, can't believe it. So it's good.
Who was your favourite player when you was growing up?
Someone asked this the other. I think Pav did a poll on Twitter which favourite Curzon players. There's been a few really. I remember growing up, Alan Sykes was always scoring goals. Always. Seemed to be the main player at the time. There's been loads. I mean, I think I said my favourite current player would have been Alex Brown. I think because just what he did was superb.
What was he like?
He was brilliant. It was when he used to drop his shoulder in the middle of the park and sprint away. Half the crowd used to have to pay to get back in. He was that good. We've had loads. Mickey Norton was brilliant scoring goals. Birchie was on here the other week. He was class. So there's been loads really. Been really good watching.
What do you make of the setup we've got now anyway?
Fantastic. I mean, first and foremost, I'm a Curzon fan, and I was. We've had a lot of changes. I was gutted when Jono and the rest of the Brookie and Rowney left.
Yeah, it was a big change, wasn't it?
I mean, I was gutted when John and Nev left, to be honest, because as I say, I'm a fan.
It was like the beginning of that whole year was like a transit. It was like the end of that era of stuff, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, it was. And then obviously when John and Nev went, I was like, oh great. And then the gaffer got put in straight away, and then we got beat by Ashton United. I was like, oh, here we go, Boxing Day. But then we turned it round and went on that massive run. So, as I say, Curzon fan, so it was good to see that. And the recruitment he's done this year seems good. Got some good players in, some good experience, and some young lads as well. So, can't wait to see what happens. Although I'm working first game of the season, so
missing the Bradford game.
I'll miss the Bradford game, but there'll be plenty more I can see.
Oh, definitely. So, let's talk about obviously. We'll talk about you as a person and obviously your aims and stuff. But what do you stand for? Like, what's your morals and stuff when it comes to like just in general?
In what way? Sorry.
So like you can take it. So like say on the football pitch, you have like what you want your team to do.
Yeah.
Like, how do you conduct?
Right. Sorry. So I can be quite enthusiastic on the touchline, although it's all constructive. I hope. But it's weird because when you watch all the Curzon teams, they all seem to play the same way. So play it out from the back, get it wide, get it in the box, and that's what I like to see. I mean, we're in a non-competitive league with the girls at the minute. Or the under-12s are competitive now, so you're not supposed to shout about winning or losing, or it's all about taking part. But everyone knows they want to turn up, they want to win. So it's hard to get that across to them. But yeah, just they all have fun. As I say, we have about 30-35 girls down on a Tuesday training, all leave smiling, so as long as that's happy, all abilities come down. It's just good to see them grow, and it's nice when you get rewarded with the award I got as well, so that was good. And the parents at the presentation were all nice and enthusiastic for me, so it's that really, just get the ball moving and get playing like the first team do.
Yeah, so you want to see them go and progress into like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see. It's nice when you get players turn up and they're quiet. They don't really get involved much. But as the weeks go on, you can they start talking a bit more and they start getting involved with the other girls and they start bonding friendships.
You're quite a big impact on. I've always think because I played football as a kid, but without that, I don't think I would have like the social side of things. It would just be you just have school really, and that's it. Like having football.
It's a release, isn't it? So obviously we went a lot through. We do a lot at school, and it can be quite stressful with all the different types of exams you have. But I think training Tuesday night 6 till 7 is their release of getting away from all that and just
is it
playing
the same
football.
for you as well, like a release from sort of like
so I work every other weekend as well, so I miss some of the games, so that's where me and Paul get on quite well. We look after each other's teams when I'm not there. But it's nice just it's training tonight. It's good to just see the girls and just get on the pitch and try and guide them in the way and just
yeah,
you know, give them something for an hour just to get them playing football and kicking the ball around, which is which is good.
So for you, what's the progression for you like? As obviously you've got loads of time ahead of you, but like,
thank you.
What do you want to achieve with yourself? Maybe not even with football, just in general. Like
no, so I work for Jaguar Land Rover at the minute, so that's quite a good job as a business manager. I'd like to progress somehow up to sales manager and up from there. So that's a big thing for me in the future. Football, just staying where I am and just getting different girls in every year and just progressing them that way.
Would you prefer like working in the junior side of football then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Do you reckon you would have a crack at it?
I could have a go at it. I can't see it never not happening, if that's good English. But at the minute, I'm enjoying.
What is it though? That like the appeal? Is it like you said that progression of letting them?
Yeah, that's it really. Just seeing them turn up week in, week out. You know, as I say, we have all abilities, and just seeing them do something on match day that you've tried to get in some training.
Yeah.
And just progressing as girls really, because as I say, some of them turn up really quiet and.
Yeah, because I think you've got to be work with like younger kids and coach and things. You have to be not everyone can sort of do it, but like it's sort of like a special breed of people because you have to like you're giving up your time to make their future
that's
better,
it. And what people I bang on about Curzon at work all the time, and they can't get their head around the fact that we're all volunteers.
Yeah, I have this conversation all the time. People don't understand why we do it.
We think we have a big pot of money and we've got a big backer, and you know we all get paid handsomely. But you know we do give up our time, and the kids sometimes turn up and they're a bit chatty because they've not seen each other all week, and you just got to not be firm with them, but just get them started straight away. But yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling when things happen in training through onto match days, as it is with all the teams with the first team. I'm sure Mark's chuffed when a set piece or a corner comes off in the match. So yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, what's your biggest achievement been though, other than winning the award and stuff, but like with the girls teams?
Well, this is the running joke. I've not really won anything yet. So Paul McHugh and Wayne Selkirk constantly have a go at me about you've not won out. So I'd like to win something just to shut them up. Because I met Paul McHugh first time when his daughter played for the same team as Olivia, Chloe. Yeah. She's doing really well. She's at United now. So, but that's how we met. So that's how I got to know Paul, and obviously he's director now, so he's doing well. So, but yeah, I'd like to win something.
Yeah, definitely.
Not all that trophies, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to win something.
Nice to see it.
Yeah.
So, is it just one daughter you have?
I've got two. So my eldest has just graduated from uni. Natasha, she got first in politics.
Yeah. She's not interested in football?
No, not in the slightest. No, I bang on about it to her all the time.
What does that sort of like family mean to you?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, they get it's Natasha really didn't have an interest in sport, where her and Olivia were totally different.
Yeah.
We used to play on the beach on holiday and play cricket and stuff, but Natasha just had different views to it than Natasha did and Olivia did. So I try and play football with Liv every now and again when I can, but she's got other interests now, and I'm just a boring old dad talking about football all the time.
Do you have any brothers or anything?
I have a sister, an older sister. So again, she's lived with Curzon as well. So
oh really? I've never
no, she don't. She believed with my dad going on about Curzon. She hasn't really been down and got involved. But so yeah, we're very much a Curzon family.
Yeah, it's a big part of it as well. Sort of like
the
growth of the club.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really, how far we've come and where we started from. And I mean, when I used to watch them,
who was it that started? Was it just your dad, or was there?
Yeah, a couple of his mates as well. My dad, I think he'll tell himself, he was never that good at football, so that's when he went into the admin side, as he still does now.
Yeah.
But he's got some good mates who still come to Curzon.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were at Chalky's funeral last week, which was sad, and that was unbelievable to see how many people were there.
Was there a lot of people that thought?
Yeah, and that's the issue when you've been with a group of lads, mates for that long. Obviously, you all grow old together, and unfortunately, that's what happened. So that was nice. It was a good day. It was nice to see so many people there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good.
Could you ever see yourself like following the footsteps of your dad and then going into the like?
I think I'd like to think so. I'd like to think I could do a job. Obviously, I'd be banging on about the women's side of it all the time. So.
Yeah.
Whether they want that either on the board or not, I don't know. So, but yeah, I think I could bring something to the party. I've got as I say, it's Curzon's inside me, so.
Yeah. Was it always the aim of so when your dad founded the club?
Yeah.
Was it always the aim to try and get him as far as possible?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, I still.
Did you ever expect it to turn out how it has now, or?
No. I mean, God, when we got relegated to the North East counties, so we got stuffed a bit by the league. So we were over in Yorkshire and Scarborough all the time, and we struggled that year. And Gary did really well, so we struggled, and then we just progressed further and further. But no, I mean, God, we were nearly in playoffs last season, which would have been unbelievable, and
yeah, at one point we got quite close, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we went to Guys and got beat 1-0, and that was it really. But I think we can be knocking on the playoffs this season and see where we go. It's tough to think how we do in the National League because a lot of the teams are full time. There's a lot of travelling, there's a lot of expense, and I guess if we go up there, we just need to give it one good season and see where we end up.
Yeah.
But you know, it's
is there aims for I don't know, when you're sort of as you was did your dad ever mention about I want to see him get to this level, or was it just sort of take it as it comes?
Yeah, I think so. We always went on about cup runs and FA Vars runs. I mean, we had an FA Vars run in the 80s and we got beat in the semi-final. That was good. We got publicity from that as well. And obviously the FA Vars run that we had when Gary was here, that was a fantastic weekend we had in Newquay. I think the football took second place to that. It was I think Gary mentioned it in his podcast the other week. It was a fantastic 4 days. I don't know, I still managed to get down for 4 days. It was brilliant. But yeah, that was it. And obviously the cup runs are always good. It's a huge amount of money to the club. So, but he never really. I can't remember him saying, "Oh, I'd love for us to be in this league or that league." I think it was just keeping going, really.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of ups and stuff, but obviously, I imagine there were some tough times.
Yeah, that was it when we went in the North East. I think it was the North East league. That was tough.
Was there ever times where he sort of considered not packing it up?
I think at one point he did step down.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was pressure from because him and my mum split up when I was 11 or 12. So
yeah,
I think there was pressure from his wife then to spend more time.
Yeah.
But it didn't work, and he just ended up coming. Can't stay away from it really.
Yeah, still here now.
I think when he got his award from when we went to Buckingham Palace, he got his award for the volunteer. We had an audience with.
Was that for volunteer?
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember when there was a football match on at Buckingham Palace. It was a centenary year, I think. So we went down for a couple of days, and he got his award off Prince William, and we had a chance with there was 6 or 7 of us. Yeah.
He was there as well.
Yeah. So I went down for that. So we had he got a volunteer award, and we had an audience with Prince William, and Prince William asked him, when he'd give up and what had happened. He said, "I'll be carried out of here in a coffin," sort of thing. So which, he's, as I say, he's down all the time. He's down every day. So
yeah, no, it's good. But
yeah.
Was there any other times where it was a strain on us? Did you ever sort of when we was looting around the relegations and stuff? Was that difficult?
Yeah, he's very. If you ever stand with him on a match day or see him around the ground when it's the last 10 minutes,
because I'm always doing stuff.
Don't do it. He'll neg you right out. He's very pessimistic. I can say things about what we're doing and how we're playing. He went, so and so we need to do this and we need to do that. So I try not to talk about it too much or stand with him on match days. He normally stands at the top of the stand, not facing the game.
It just doesn't. Has he always been like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He regular. I mean, I've seen pictures of him where he stood behind. Been to away matches and he's been stood behind the stand, not even watching the game. So
yeah.
I mean, I think when we got beat by Wimbledon, he was counting the money, and even at 3-0 up, he said, "Oh, it's not over yet." So perhaps he's got some kind of weird
he's
feeling about it.
Prediction stuff.
Yeah, he must be. Yeah, let's get a lot of numbers off him. But yeah, he's always been like that. Always. I don't know how anyone manages to sit with him on away days, any of the directors, because he just can be quite negative. But
yeah, one thing I didn't touch on earlier actually is, do you remember when we did move to this ground? Was it hard? How did the decision come about moving from?
Well, I think there were plans to build on the national park ground, so I don't think it was tough at all. I think it was from what I can remember. I think we just. What was the last
game at that ground? Do you remember? Or?
I don't know. No. Perhaps should have done my research on that before I came in. No, I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But when we moved here, it was fantastic.
Which one do you prefer? It's going to be difficult, isn't it?
Because I mean, I love it where we are now, and the pitch and everything is superb. But I did like the old ground. It just had some character about it, and because we saw it grow, and when all the volunteers helped build the stand, and it was just something about it. Yeah, we had a stand on one side of the pitch that volunteers helped do, and it was good. And the buzz when we got the floodlights, it was like, wow, we're big time. We got floodlights now. We can play night games. So I think that was all. So I think probably the old ground pips it a little bit. Yeah,
just a tad. So what was I going to ask you? So whilst you've been at Curzon, obviously in football, I believe it as well. You always make friends for life, effectively.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you sort of met that you wouldn't have if it weren't for this place that you can say as well, like?
Loads. I mean, the lad who when I used to come down when I was younger, Adrian, his dad he's passed away now, but he was here all the time. But since he's left Curzon, I've never seen him, so that must be just Curzon. Once they're down at Curzon, your mates, and you saw Oliver and you all grow up here as well. He was here all the time, and Benito, Gary's son, they grew up at Curzon pretty much kids, like I did. So, but the good thing about it is, even though I'm involved, I'm a fan as well, and I do like it in the Nash bar after the game when all players come in. I still get quite giddy about that, because obviously I'm still a football fan, and me and Cam have a chat and we get on quite well, and a few of the other players. So that's what I like. That's what I like about Curzon. The players will still come in after the game, and win, lose or draw, they'll still come in and face up to the fans, and that's the type of club we are. Really, it's quite friendly, as you probably know. It's a friendly club, and when the players do that, it's nice for the fans to see.
Do you think you get to it gets to a level of where we lose sort of would you rather say, I can imagine the Football League, I don't know because I don't work in that environment, but it's probably a bit different to what it is here anyway. And do you reckon there's a level where you have to get to before it's sort of you're a bit is that a word? No, what's the word I'm looking for?
Detached.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's weird because the league clubs that we play in our league, you can tell they've still got the ex-league clubs. So your Yorks and your Bostons still have that league mentality where you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to go in that section. We're still segregated, and I guess that would be the point when it would think, well, this is a bit strange. You used to always be able to do that. You used to always be able to drink on the terraces. Why can't I do it anymore?
Do you think we're far away from that?
Pardon?
Do you think we're far away from that point?
I don't think so. No, I mean, I don't know what it's like in the National League, but obviously we'd have to change with the times, wouldn't we? We'd have to. If there's stuff we have to do, then we'll have to do it. But you just find something else. I'm not saying drinking on the terraces is the be all and end all, but it's where you have a laugh, and the rest of the fans will have a laugh, and we all stand together in front of the Nash bar. But I guess that would have to change if we progressed, as hopefully we will do.
Well, I think we're definitely progressing. There's a lot that's changed in the last.
Oh, I mean, all the certainly this season with all the, not saying it's all down to you, but all the media stuff's been fantastic. The player, when the new players come in and all that, those reveals have been fantastic, and it's like, wow, this is. And I think, when was it? I was on Ashton Market with Ollie, and there was one coming out at, I think you were doing a release at about 11 o'clock or something. It was on the Saturday morning. We were all on the market round the phones trying to see who could get it down first. So stuff like that's really good, and everyone tries to better themselves with all the clubs in the area. But certainly the media side have been fantastic. So well done to you for that. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's not just that side of things, but we're trying to be as a club just better in every single. Oh yeah. Especially because we're now obviously Tameside's the highest team does that. So again, that must be something you as well, you're proud of to say Absolutely. Fan, I mean, when Stalybridge and Hyde were at their peak, I never thought Curzon would be higher up the pyramid than they are, because it was never in my thought that we would be. I knew we were being run well as a club, but growing up, Stalybridge were the team to be at, and whenever we played them, it was like, oh, we're playing Stalybridge, we need to get a result here, and more often than not they did beat us. But so now it's nice to be, but you're up there to be shot at, aren't you? So we need to just keep progressing, which I think this season we hopefully will be.
Because I never realised how big. It sounds weird, but Tameside, I didn't realise how big it was until
we've got the
start of this season. Because I only ever used to come in from the tram to Ashton Moss, get off there and walk down. But then I didn't realise there was this whole
That's why you struggle with fans. I mean, we've always been like that, and we're the youngest club as well. So a lot of the other clubs are in town centres, whereas we're just a little bit out of Ashton. But I think that's getting better. Crowds are going up, so we're obviously doing something.
Was there any other issues as you was growing up? Did any other sort of clubs see us as a disturbance? If that makes sense.
I think, I don't know, a lot of clubs didn't like Curzon. I think certainly when I'm coaching and doing what I do, we still get, I don't know if other clubs are jealous when I'm coaching, or they just don't like Curzon just for where we are and what we're doing. But I don't think we're a nuisance to anyone, but it's nice to see that we're not little old Curzon anymore, but we used to be.
Yeah.
It just shows you when you run right, you've got the right people in the right places, you can move up, which is nice to see as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to talk about or like speak about in general?
No, not really. No, I think it's just obviously growing up as a Curzon fan. It's been really good, and I think
it's good to have that, because we've had like players and then coaches come onto it and stuff. So like it's good for the podcast. We get like a different sort of view on things. But like as a fan, what sort of, I always ask the coaches, or what would your message be to the fans? But for you, what would you say? I don't know what to ask you really, because it's like you are a Curzon fan. I know you work here like as one of the coaches and stuff. But like,
so yeah, I mean, it's weird. I am a massive Curzon fan, and I can see what Mark's doing, and I think
that could be my question. So are you happy with sort of how the club's going? And
absolutely, yeah. As I said, I was as gutted as any fan when John and Nev left, but you know, things move on. That's football. I think Curzon, as a manager, you're lucky that we're not a sacking club. I think before John and Nev, obviously Gary had been here for over 10 years.
We don't have many managers.
Yeah, we don't have many managers, so I think Mark's, obviously the pressure will be on, but he'll know that.
Was there many before? Sorry, I'm going back in time again now. But was there many before? Obviously,
there was a few in the early years. That we had, but certainly since we've grown and grown, we've stuck with the same manager. So although the pressure will be on Mark, he won't be getting the call to come to the boardroom after every loss. You've or not
known him sort of since he was younger. Like, how do you want him to do in that role?
Well, I think he's got all the right tools about him to do a fantastic job. He's recruited well. Will's fantastic as well. They work well together, and you can see the players he gets the message across to the players. And it's a new team, so that's gonna, obviously they've got to gel and get on with each other. I can see that happening. I haven't been to many pre-season games. I'm probably going to go to the one on Saturday, so we'll have another look at that. But I think we're going in the right direction. I'm positive about the season. I can't wait for it to start. So I think we'll do all right. We'll be sneaky outsiders.
Just ask you as the last bit. Obviously, we have a good promotion for like the under-16s and stuff. Like, how good is it for you to see the young lads and stuff? Be like, you haven't been to the pre-seasons, but they've made quite a bit of noise, to be fair.
Absolutely, no,
and John and stuff.
And it's good because that's progression, and hopefully some of the girls will go into the ladies team as well. So but it's good when when you know the likes of Luke Merrill play and you watch him play and you think, wow, what a player he is. And the rest of them as well that Gary that Mark's brought on. So yeah, the future's good, and we've got a few more players coming through as well. So wait to see what the future holds.
Yeah,
should be good.
Finish it there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you very much for coming
Cheers,
on.
buddy. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.